Hello and good morning, sweet friends on Facebook. You found me, I'm Cecily Yoga, on Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. for Awakening the Force Yoga. Let's get it on. Good morning and welcome. It is a Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. here in Antioch, California, Northern California. If you are finding this video on YouTube, it is on Yogi Cecily is the handle. And of course, if you found me on Facebook, you've already found me. I'm on Facebook Live. Now, I also do live classes on Instagram. And on Instagram, you want to go to Instagram.com/Cecily_Yogi. So those are the handles. And I thank everyone for your donations for these social media classes. Donations can be made at Venmo.com/Cecily-guest. That's CECILY-guest, GUEST, like a guest in your home. All right, for us here on the live feed, it is a Wednesday. It's hump day. So this is usually a day where we really gotta focus, especially for those of us right here. This is the end of the summer, 2020. So in California, we've had all of these fires, all of these heat waves. I'm going to hope that as we move into October, that is the end of all of that. All right, great. Now this is Awakening the Force Yoga. And so what I do in this program is I have a reading or some type of intention or some type of mental focus. So come on down, get yourself comfortable. I've got my right foot on top of my left, and just sit. Take a few deep breaths. Just sit. If you're doing this in the morning, you woke up, maybe you had a great night, maybe you didn't have a great night. Doesn't matter. This is the start of the day. So let's not wake up with anxiety or concern. There is an outer world. But right now, let's address the self with awareness to notice the self and the wonderful healing calmness that is the self. So we notice that first. Today's reading comes from the Yoga Sutras of Patangali. I've given this to a few of my students. And this particular edition has the dialogue and the comments written by Sri Swami Satchananda. This is usually the book, this is usually the version of the book that is given in yoga teacher trainings. And it's a good one, all right? So Yoga Sutras Patangali, centuries old text. Yes. And sutra means to bind together, like suture, like when you get a suture. And so the idea, these were written on bamboo strips, and then those strips were sutured together to make a text. All right, so that's why it's called the Yoga Sutras, right? So there are little aphorisms, basically one or two sentences that help guide us in our yoga journey. And so today I picked out from the second book, the third aphorism in the second book. And it is, ignorance, egoism, attachment, hatred, and clinging to bodily life are the 5 obstacles. Breathe it in, exhale it out. Those are the obstacles. And I don't care where you sit. I don't care whether you're up, whether you're down, whether you're right, whether you're left, whether you're cold, whether you're hot, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you're smart or dim-witted. Doesn't matter. Those are the 5 obstacles. Okay, well, obstacles to what? Obstacles to what? So for this morning, I just want to say those are the 5 obstacles to balance. Feeling like things are out of balance, one way or the other way. You walk into the coffee shop and, oh, Lord, they're out of macchiato. Ah, that's out of balance. You see, you're walking down the street, you're giving F-bombs, you're worried. That's out of balance. It's so easy to say, well, it's out of balance because of that. Not me. Okay. The Yoga Sutras. We practice yoga, and so then it's you. I'm just going to say right there. Because we practice yoga, it's you, and you all day, every day, 24/7, 52 weeks, 365 days in the year is you. That's why we practice yoga. It's always this, never that. Okay, what were those 5 obstacles again? And then we'll move on to breath work. Ignorance. I thought I was smart. Ignorance is an obstacle. Egoism, but I thought it was about me. Not that kind of me, not that kind of you. The yogic you. Attachment. Oh, but I like my new car so much. Okay. Hatred. Well, that's an easy one. We shouldn't really carry that in our hearts. We shouldn't carry hatred. That's an easy one. And clinging to bodily life. Well, wait a minute. I'm alive. I want this body. I'm just saying, those are the 5. Now you take that and you chop it up in your kitchen and you think about it. But those are the 5. Ignorance, egoism, attachment, hatred, and clinging to bodily life. There it is, the Yoga Sutras, Book 2, aphorism number 3. I've been sitting with my right on top of the left. Let's go ahead and put the left on top of the right. Giving no preference to one side or the other. You might feel that there's a difference, but right, we try to approach balance. Here, I just want to take the hands into prayer. That's going to be your inhale. And then send it forward and out, exhale. 2 more of that. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Send it down, forward, and out. And one more time that. Bring it in, lift the ribs, lift the chest, lift the eyes, and then exhale. Drop it down and out. Good, good, good. And bring it in, place the hands on the knees, and let's just do a little Kapalabhati, exhaling. Sassy. Let's do it again. Okay, good. Inhale. Let's change the legs. Now that particular technique, I will tell you, probably not good to have too much coffee in the belly. I think I had too much coffee, so I can actually feel it jiggling around. But that's an indication of what this does. So this is very good breathing pattern for digestion. It's going to help your digestion move, clear out the nostrils, right? It's going to really sort of give a bright, almost kind of cold spot feeling here. It moves the breath. You can hear how it moves phlegm up in my throat. So it's going to move the phlegm around, and especially in the morning, I really like this technique. Let's first bring the hands into prayer. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send it down. Yeah, you did. Forward. Yeah. And out. So no matter where you are, there's the sky, and there's the ground. Get grounded. Get grounded. One more of these. There's the sky. It's up in the air. And down. Get grounded. Get grounded. And then come on up. Kapalabhati. Great. Now, I want to just explain to you, I'm really only focusing on the exhale. Now, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it a little bit wrong so you can hear the difference. Okay, so we do 2 more rounds. This second round, I'm going to do it a little bit wrong and see if you can hear the difference. Good. All right. So I tried to accentuate that I was both inhaling and exhaling. So I think of that as being like a saw. Yes? But the real technique is only to focus on the exhale. So it's, yes? There's an automatic inhale, but you don't concentrate on it and you don't make a big deal out of it. So this is third round, Kapalabhati. Here we go. Right. Good. I hope you did that with me. Let's go ahead and put the right back. Oh, I did have the right. Let's go put the left back on top of the right. Great. So we'll come here. Good. Left on top of the right. So I hope you did that with me. If anything, it requires a level of concentration, which you deserve. I'm going to say it again. The most beautiful thing about morning practice is that you deserve a level of concentration without distraction. And you're going to get that in the morning, you see? Okay, I've got the left foot back on top of the right. Maybe you switch the other way. And I just want to do this leaning technique now, yeah? So we're going to lean to the left. Let's go to the left first, and we've got to get the left elbow down. And lean. And then I'm going to turn and look to the right. And come back up center. We're only going to do 4 of these each side. So here, I'm going to lean, breathe several times as I go. And when this is done correctly, you're feeling this great stretch over on this left side. I push this knee down, turn and look up. Good, inhale. Feel it? Yes, let's go to the left. Feel this, so leaning. Now one side's going to be easier because of the way the legs are crossed. But either way, you should be feeling something, almost pulling from the right side sacrum across the liver and the kidneys. There's a way to pull into the oblique. Abdominal, there's a teeny bit of TVA work, transverse abdominis, and inhale center. Yeah, and take it last time to the right, over, over. Over this twisting, the TVA. So, I want to try to open. Some of us need to think a little bit of back bending. And I'm feeling this all the way down, almost a little bit inside the groin and come up center, okay? Last time, switching the legs right on top of the left. We're going to go to the right side first. Now, this feels easier for me. My right side is much more fluid. So here we go. Over and down. See, this turning. This is what you've got to do. It's like if somebody grabbed your rib here and turned, You go to certain practitioners, that's what they'll do. They'll get their fingers in there. Inhale, exhale, take it to the left, lean out. This alone, this work alone is systemically calming. All right, let's go one more time to the right. Now, why is that? Because it takes a little bit of a concentration, like dig it. You're not just going bloop. Oh, I wonder what's happening here. Bloop. No. You're trying to stay anchored in the center and just move top body. Good. Inhale, exhale. Take it one more time to the right, and then we'll get a move on with this practice this morning. Good. And up. So awakening the force yoga. All right, 7 a.m. here on the East Coast. If you even do this first 15 minutes or so with me, it's worth it. It's worth it. Now we're going to turn and do a little bit of our Qigong. So let's stretch the legs out, and that feels good. The knees have been folded. We're going to do a little bit of Qigong. So this is whisking. So whisking down the leg. Let's take 5 on the right side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Going down the outside, the IT band. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Right side. Right. So I'm going all the way down to the foot. Right. 3 more. Flexed feet. Good. 1 more. And left side. See, I take this very seriously. Right? Just because you were sleeping doesn't mean that there's not toxicity to get out of the body. Okay? This is pounding the back. So I lean forward, I round my back, I make knuckles in the fist. Now this is lovely. You can get a little bit higher on the ribs. Oh, Lordy, so good. Or lower down into the sacrum. You know, every once in a while I'll get on the top of the glute. And that, oh gosh, that feels good for me. I was out in the yard raking, doing a bit of raking of the dry leaves and all of the dry. So my glutes are really a little bit on overdrive. I'm going to come back up, and just about in this area around where the sacrum is, I'm getting on the back, sides of the back. There's some soft area there. That's where all the internal organs are. So I'm getting that soft area. Now I'm getting up on my ribs. Very, very high. Look, it's forcing a forward fold. 3, 2, and 1. And now you're just ready for a luxurious forward fold. Relax your neck. Relax your neck. Good, good, good. Okay, I want to meet this with the Iyengar sequence. Iyengar sequence, roll back, roll forward, straight legs, forward fold, straight legs back, halasana, and the butterfly pose forward, and the karnapidasana in the back position. So that's a lot of words, and you can just follow along, right? So we go back, a straight legs, halasana plow, forward straight legs, paschimottanasana. Back knees to the ears, karnapidasana, squeeze in, and forward, baddha konasana, soles of the feet together, forward fold. Let's do 3 more rounds. Straight legs, straight back, straight legs, straight forward. Bent knees, squeeze back. Baddha Konasana, draw down. 2 more rounds. Straight legs, straight back. Bend and then straighten the legs, forward, forward. Bent knees in the back. Oh, squeeze and squeeze, squeeze. And Baddha Konasana, the forward fold. I hear my ankles cracking, right? And straight legs, back, back. Bend your knees while you're rolling, straight legs, forward, forward. Bent knees to the back, exhale. And Baddha Konasana, come on now, get in there. Great. Just there, you hear my ankles cracking? Good. All right, good. I want to do some abdominals. Let's do Pilates 100s. Remember, when you're doing this Pilates 100s, you exhale 5 times through the mouth. Inhale 5 times through the nose. You got to coordinate that breathing. Arms are out. Here we go. Remember, you deserve attention. You deserve concentration, awareness. Keep it going. Two more rounds. One more. Good. And bend. Great. The water wheel which comes from a method called gyrotonic. I call it the water wheel, but it's really single leg dolphin. I'm going to hold on to what would be your left shin, flex down, bend and up, inhale. So just keep that going. So it works like a water wheel. Inhale, up, straighten the leg up. Keep it straight as you flex down. Good. And up and down. Good. Up and down. Now, every once in a while, I try to get a deeper position for this leg. And so I'm going to take this arm over the top and then grab the foot. Good. And now take the water wheel. Now that's, a little bit, extreme. I'm trying to get this knee down. When this knee goes down, though, this heel doesn't go down. So I'm actually trying to get this heel and the knee down. Take two more, because I want that depth of working. Good. And we're changing legs. So I'm just going to start by holding on to the right shin. Flex down and in, point up and flex down. And you're going to notice this leg goes down a little more easily because I'm not doing anything in particular with this knee, just a little light hug in. If you're doing this workout with me, my students and my clients know I simply adore morning session. I feel like the morning sessions bring us closer to the heart of yoga. I don't mind the athletic. I'm going to go ahead and change this. I don't mind the athletic work. That takes a level of concentration as well. But to give yourself an hour in the morning, you'll have to get up a little earlier. It's worth it. Let's do one more. See, I'm trying to get that one knee down and then also get this leg down. All right, excellent. Let's roll forward, sitting up. I'm going to keep my blanket on the mat and come into all fours. Cat and cow, 8 times. The cow has the arch back. Inhale. The cat, tuck. I try to start with my tailbone, belly button to the spine. 1, and inhale, and 2, and inhale, and 3. Yes, inhale, and 4. Now I'm driving breath and abdominals. Trying to carve out that center. 3 more. Carve out the center. 2 more. Lift up, carve out the center. 1 more. And carve out the center. Great. I'm going to take this blanket and fold it 3 times. 1, which actually makes a quarter. 2 and 3. So I've quartered it there. And I'm going to get my heel bones on the roll. Those of us who have trouble squatting, and even just for me in the morning, it's just so nice to have my heel bones elevated. And we're going to squat down. Inhale. Exhale. Straight legs, forward fold. Now, a lot of folks, I know we have knee problems. And so maybe you have a block, or maybe you're just doing this in a chair. I probably didn't get that lined up. So maybe you have a block. Yeah. Exhale, relax your neck. I'm going to do 3 more of these. 3. So we're just, exhale, forward fold. We're just warming this up. Inhale. I like to take my time getting into the movements. Exhale. In the morning class, there's no need to start with the sun salutes. We're going to finish with the sun salute. And then maybe if you have an afternoon class, which I highly recommend, that you get in 2 yoga classes a day. What? Forward fold. Good, good. Okay. I'm going to come off the blanket here. Good. And walk out plank. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Hold the calf stretch. The calf stretch. Walk your hands back to your feet. Look halfway up, inhale. Look how high I lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out, plank. 3 more. Inhale. See, for me, it's all about breathing in the morning. Exhale, push back the heels. And walking back, forward fold. Look, lift halfway up. Look how high. And I bring my hands almost all the way up to the base of the knees. And exhale, forward fold, relax the neck. Again, walk out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, walk it back. Relax your neck. Lift halfway up, inhaling, and exhale, back down. This is automatically getting lower. You don't have to make it get lower. It's automatically getting lower. Inhale. Exhale, plank, downward dog, and then walk it back, forward fold. Good. Lift halfway up. Good. Stay here, nice flat back, belly button to the spine. Send your energy back into your haunches and lift your toes. Haunches? Yes. Back into your haunches. Back into your ham hocks. Okay. Flat back. Listen, lace your fingertips together and roll your shoulder blades. Look right down at the ground. Long neck. Flat back. No, nothing lower. You're going to stand all the way up, inhaling. Good. And exhale, go right back to that position. Lace the fingertips, squeeze the shoulder blades together. There's nothing lower. You're not trying to stretch down. You're trying to stay level. Up. 3. Exhale, level. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 2. You deserve to concentrate on your body, on your tailbone, on your belly button, on your shoulder blades, on your collarbones. You deserve that. Up. I want you to ask yourself, is there something going on in your life right now, you know what it is, that is distracting you from your work? Good. Hands down to the floor. Walk out, plank. Yes. 1 push-up. Now you can do modified push-ups and then downward facing dog. That's a serious question, my yoga people. Is there something going on distracting you from the attention you deserve? Exhale, forward fold. Walk out, plank. Inhale. You know what it is. Exhale, downward dog. So in the yoga asana, we focus on the body. I feel my hamstrings. I feel my upper back working, opening my armpits, spreading out my fingers, spreading out my toes. There's no way you can think about all of these things. There's no way you can really give attention and awareness to your body and have too much other thoughts going on. Walk it back once more. Look at this nice forward fold. Relax your neck. We're going to stand all the way up. Inhale. Oh, I left out the push-up. I'm yammering on. Okay. Let's put the push-up back in. And downward facing dog. Fantastic. Step in a little bit. Lift your right leg. 1. Good. Right knee to the nose. Lift the right leg. 2. Right foot forward of the left hand. Rotate out. And back to downward dog. Right leg lift. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Twist the right arm up. Inhaling and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's do the left leg. Left leg lift. Left knee to the nose, exhale. Left leg lift. You know, you're going to put your left foot where your right hand is and turned away from me. It's kind of a modification on side plank. Put that down, go back to downward facing dog. Good. Left leg lift. Step it to the outside of the left hand. Lizard lunge, a twisted lizard lunge, folks will call it. And back to downward facing dog. I want to do the whole thing one more time. Right leg lift. Right knee to the nose. Exhale. Right leg lift. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Modification on a side plank. You can pivot and cut that back foot out. Good. You're going back. Right leg lift. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Right arm twist up, inhale. Good, and back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. We'll do the other leg. Stand all the way up, inhaling, and exhale, forward fold. Walk out to plank, one push-up, because I left out some push-ups. Boop. And downward facing dog. Left leg lift, you see? Draw the knee to the nose, exhale. Left leg lift. That left foot goes where the right hand is, and you can turn the back foot, and it feels a little bit more like a side plank. Yes? We go back to downward dog. Left leg lift, left foot to the outside of the left hand, a twisting lizard lunge, and let's go ahead and take the stretch here, elbows down. Okay. Well, you can always make it easier by putting your elbows on a block. You could drop the back knee, however, there is a level of conditioning, muscular conditioning to push back into that leg. Yes, 3. Right, to push back into that leg. 2. And a 1. Good, we're going to downward dog. Check it out. Right leg lift, please. Good, right foot forward, step it forward, not a lot, drop the left knee and come on up. Now, some people will call this the proposal lunge. In this position, it's like you're making a proposal lunge. I want to tuck the back foot. Let's bring our hands into prayer like a proposal. 8 times, up and down. No. 8. Tap. 7. Look at the knee. Tap. 6, tap, 5. For me, I'm always trying to tuck my tailbone. 4, tap, 3, tap, 2, and 1. Awesome. Prasarita Padottanasana. And enjoy the stretch just for a little bit. Relax your neck just for a bit. We look halfway up and then turn to the left, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up, inhaling, breathe. You can add back bend as much as you like or not. We walk out to plank and then go to downward facing dog. Greatness, greatness, greatness. Good, good. Taking the lizard stretch on this left side, the left leg will lift. Step it to the outside of the left hand. The left arm will twist up. Hey there. And both elbows come down. So, and certainly, like I said, certainly make this easier by using blocks or blankets. Hold this stretch. You can feel that there's a little bit of work to do to straighten the rear leg, so we like that. 3, breathing, 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 stretching, stretching. 2, just give breath. Breath is life, prana. Good, and 1, good. Downward facing dog, I like it. Inhale and exhale. Big, big stretch there. So it's going to be the left leg again, please. Lift. Step it forward, lunge. Drop the back knee, come up to the proposal position, hands in prayer. Tuck the back toe. Now, many of you all know that I do yoga and fitness, and I did a lot of fitness. And now I do yoga. So, you know, these two things come together. So to do all of this asana work, even the breath work, requires a level of kind of fitness conditioning. Yes, and again, this is why I like morning yoga, because I'm actually just checking in with myself. 8 times down and up. 8, and I want to make sure when I'm 100 years old, 7, that I can still do this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and it burns, and a 1. Good, good, good. Plank pose. Let's take our first chaturanga vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward dog. Yes, yes. Oh, see that? I can tell there's something going on. The upward dog isn't as expressive. Left leg lift, step forward in the lunge. Stand all the way up, up, up. Inhale, and prasarita padottanasana. Good. I read in a comment group, someone commented, and she said, I don't like sun salutes. And somebody else said, why? And she said, chaturanga. I don't like chaturanga. Well, it's a push-up. It's a push-up. And this is where that fitness level comes in. Right side, here it is, chaturanga. So we do push-ups. Upward facing dog, inhale, and down dog, exhale. And the right leg will lift, and the right foot will step. We'll stand all the way up, inhaling and hold. Hands in prayer, take the breath. Prasarita Patanasana. And you're gonna notice this morning I'm getting my feet just each time like a little bit wider. You can feel the inner thigh stretch, but I also feel nice stretch across the back. Let's go to the left side. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale. Drop the body. Upward facing dog. Breathe again. And down dog, exhaling. Good. Let's do one more. One more. Left leg lift. Left foot step. Come all the way up facing me. Arms out. Hands in prayer. Greet the day. Forward fold. Good. Coming up, inhale. Turning to the right. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Place the hands. Firm the legs. Send the body energy forward. Drop down. Upward dog, inhale. And downward dog, exhale. Good, let's stay here. Standard poses on the right side. Well, we're just gonna go through it. Right leg lift, right foot step. Crescent warrior, arms up, inhale. Warrior two, I'm not gonna make a big deal. I'm not gonna go as deep or as low. Just wanna remind myself what I'm doing. Triangle pose. I'm just reminding myself this particular order. Watch top arm circle, warrior two. Getting there any way you like, half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Blocks are great, blocks are handy, blocks are dandy. Yeah. Going back to warrior two, watch this top arm. See, it falls with the leg, and then I can push that foot back and get back to warrior two. And a little peaceful warrior, just reminding myself of this particular order, and a high set Parsvakonasana side lunge. And I'm looking to the left. Isn't that wonderful? And we're looking to the left. Come all the way up. Good, good, good. Left side Chaturanga Vinyasa. Inhale, exhale. So I call this just a nice flow into the standard standing poses, all on one side. Left leg lift. Step forward to the lunge. What's up first? Crescent warrior. No turn out in the back foot. Nice level body. You can add back bend if you like. This becomes warrior two. Not as deep. Just trying to remind myself of the positions. We straighten out and go to triangle pose. Blocks are handy. Blocks are dandy. Should the hand be here or here? Yes, I'm going somewhere in between because I'm a little on the wide side, but not so wide for the arm to be back here. Yes, there's some work there. Watch this top arm. Circle. You're going back to warrior two. Circle the arm. Getting to half moon pose any way you like. So I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to move the front leg this time. Notice that? Move the front leg first. Half moon pose. Doesn't matter to me. You just have to watch your spacing. That adjustment comes because of spacing. Watch the top arm. It's going to circle. This time I have to move the front foot forward. So that comes like a ballet tombe. If you ever did ballet, there was a tombe. And peaceful warrior. And left elbow on and up. It's a high set, side angle lunge, Parsvakonasana. 3, 2, and 1. Come up facing me, great. Good, Prasarita Padottanasana, forward fold. All right, we're gonna stay here a little longer this time, not a huge long time, but I am focusing on width this morning. And I want you to notice, when I focus on width, I'm not actually going to bring my elbows down. I'm actually going to flip my feet up. And can you see these little oscillations that I'm doing? See if you can give yourselves that, because it's really, as the legs go out wider, the pelvis has to brace more, especially if this is difficult for you. And so what I'm actually doing is I'm trying to move my pelvis around the top of my femur bones. I'm actually not trying to move my legs, I'm moving my pelvis around, all right? Good, I rock forward and I wiggle in. We go to the right side, Chaturanga Vinyasa. Hey, yeah, we did. All right, we're gonna go all the way back to the standard poses for our Awakening the Force yoga. We're gonna add a few things to each posture. Right leg lift, good. Step forward to the lunge, smooth stepping. High crescent warrior, we're gonna be adding something in here. So balance, stay composed. Lace the hands behind your back. There's a teeny bit of a back bend. Watch my front foot. I'm gonna turn it out and wiggle it out and take a half forward fold. I'm not going as low as usual. And I want you to notice how I push my hips up. 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the floor. Now, turn out the back foot. This is a fairly wide stance for warrior 2. That's the one I want. Yes, good. Angling the hips, angling the ribs, turning the face. Virabhadrasana 2. Yeah, good. Getting a little bit deeper into the lunge. Now this is a wide set for triangle pose. Inhale, exhale. And now you're gonna well see how the hand comes in directly underneath the right knee. So there's your vertical line across the chest. 3, 2, the gaze turns upward. Yes, and 1. Watch the top arm circle. This is a wide stance to get back to. And up. Now, because this is a wide stance, I'm not going to bring the front foot in. I'm going to bring back foot in just a little bit and go to half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. See how I took those few steps? I took those few steps, and I go to the pose. Good, then turn and turn. You can take the top arm over your back. Squeeze in. See the fingertips underneath me? Whoops. And that's going to help me rotate the top shoulder back. Trying to show you that. Good. You're going back to warrior 2. Push way back. Watch the top arm circle. And peaceful warrior. Work with me. Work with me. Quite a little bit of back bending. Yeah. And a full Parsvakonasana, right hand down. Inhale, exhale. Stay low, working on splits. 8. So I'm just going to flex out the front foot. 7. Some folks can drop much further down. 6. So you got to think, well, 5. What is it that you want out of your splits work today? 4. All right, 3. I just want to feel out my splits just a little bit. 2 and 1. Prasarita, Padottanasana, working on the wide side, the wild side. Where the wild things are. Where are the yoga people, the wild people, right? Look, I'm setting wider. I'm not putting my elbows down. I'm not letting my head down. I'm actually looking up and then flipping my feet up and pushing my heel bones out. There. And then I try to move my tailbone. I try to wag the tail a little right to left. You can really feel the very strong ligaments and tendons and bursa around the hip sockets. I can really feel that. I try to tuck my tailbone. Yes, and that's the limitations of the hip sockets, all right. Rock the body weight forward, wiggle the feet in, don't slip out. Go to the left side, Chaturanga Vinyasa. This is the last Chaturanga for today, and you are almost finished, yes? And these are full classes. Upward facing dog, downward dog, that I eventually, if I like it, have put onto YouTube. I put them onto YouTube. Downward facing dog. Okay, left leg's gonna lift. Notice I'm not going so high this morning. Step the left foot forward. You don't always have to lift that leg high. Good. Crescent warrior. Arms go up. Good. Nice vertical position. I'm always trying to tuck my tailbone. Lace the hands back. I'm just going to widen the forward foot just a little. Doot, 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 doot. And a moderate humble warrior. Not trying to get my head to the floor. I am pushing the hips up. Yes. And getting the arms nice vertical. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. Hands down. Great. Great, great, great. Warrior 2. Turn the back foot. Look at your alignments on your mat. Set up your hips in your back and come up to the pose. Virabhadrasana 2. There. Always, well, I would tell my students, something has to go down and forward. The pelvis energy, like a ball, goes down and forward. This is up and back, right? This will be forward and down. I'm going to go forward and down. See, and that causes the front knee to bend. And this is so that the ribs can go up and back. So here my ribs are down and forward. Here my ribs are up and back. Good. Peaceful warrior. Just more of that. Something has to go down and forward for something else to go up and back. And then the full side angle lunge, Parsvakonasana. I want you all to play around with those things with me, right? And then downward facing dog. I lied, downward facing dog. Let's just get here. Good, good, good. Work through those poses. Bend your knees. And we go to child's pose, which is where a lot of folks start a class in child's pose. We're going to get that left side splits. Come on up, step your left foot forward. We're right on time. Work on your splits. I think the thing with splits is people are like, well, I can't do them, but yeah, you can. I mean, like if you're here, if you have a block and you're up here, that's splits. But the problem is I think because you're thinking that it has to be full splits, that you just avoid them and you don't even do sort of a moderate one every day. So then when splits come in the class, it's a little shocking. So I like to work on them moderately every day so that when I'm ready for a fuller one, it's not so shocking. It's not as shocking. I want you to notice I put the block underneath the back leg. My teacher taught never put the block under the forward leg. You don't want the block here. You want the block here. Or maybe here as if you're trying to sit on it. I don't like it there because it pushes into the ischial tuberosity. You know, my glute isn't on it. So I'm going to find the medius muscle, which is the quadricep on the rear leg, and work on my splits there. 3 and 2 and a 1. Downward facing dog. Yeah, you did. Downward dog. Ha. Good, good, good. In the big neighborhood. All right, bend your knees. Okay, I want to just do some restoration to finish. And to do that, I'm just showing you. I've got a block and a blanket. I put the blanket on the block to make it cushy. Great, I'm going to step over and have a seat in the front of that. Yep. Now, yoga is a practice. Just remember, it's not like a weird belief system. I mean, the idea is that you practice. So if you need to detoxify, it's pretty easy to go to Google, go to places and look for, how to detoxify. I'm going to lay back now. I'm going to get in here and find a comfort area. Now, I have my second block. And if I feel like my head is going too far back, that's what the second block is for. Okay? Good. That's what the second block is for. So this is designed absolutely to lift your ribs. So for me, I'm going to wriggle back. Can you believe sometimes maybe you don't need something as high as a second block? Maybe you need something that's half as thick. And I find just the back of my head and I guide it down. You can stay here with your knees bent. Feels beautifully safe. This is quite an open position and quite an open throat. So of course, if it's uncomfortable, just rest on your back. You can straighten out your legs. And as you make any changes here, remember, you're not following me. You're being aware of yourself. So if you don't like something, you just come out of it. This makes, in particular for me, it opens the abdominal cavity. It lifts the ribs off of the internal organs, so the ribs are well lifted away. I can relax my head and my shoulders back because there's all this space. It's an anti-sitting posture. We're doing a lot of sittings. Right? To get out of the pose, I'm going to push with my elbows, lift my head, contract my abdominals, and push up. Good. Let's do a supported shoulder stand. A supported shoulder stand. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get rid of the blanket. Roll all the way back on your back first this time. So then press your hips up and place it underneath your tailbone and your sacrum. Nice. So this goes in place of legs up a wall also. You can take your legs up as if they're going up a wall. I move things around a little bit to make sure I'm comfortable on my tailbone and my sacrum. And I a little bit hug my shoulder blades down and together and a little bit squeeze into my armpits and lengthen the back of my neck. Great. Awesome. Okay, so we're here. If it's hard for you, if you're like, whoa, I don't like this, get rid of the block and just straighten your legs up. If you want the full shoulder stand, you know what it is? Sarvangasana, go to that now. So this pose always makes me think there was a yogic sage and he fell into a lake and he got down to the bottom of the lake and he actually drowned there. He actually died there, but because he was a sage, he was able to keep his life essence alive at the bottom of this lake. And so he's looking up, and instead of being in despair, he thought how interesting it was to watch the lotus blossoms grow from below and to see the light, sunlight glittering and flicking, and to sort of see the world in this upside down way. So he decided to stay there, always at the bottom of the lake, just looking, watching the sun rise and set, watching the shadows and the light, and watching the lotus blossoms grow from above. So that's the idea of your feet are your padmas, padme, padasana, your feet. Your feet are thought to be like lotus flowers. Now you can come on down, make sure you press your hips up and take the block out. And feel free to go to Shavasana, just extending your legs, relaxing out. Feel free to do that. I'm going to come on up and close class for today. Wonderful class for today. Balance. balance. Awareness of balance, which is a property you deserve in your life. Balance. We draw the hands together in prayer. And we remind ourselves that the light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. And for that, we say, Namaste. See you soon.